Hi, Tziporah here, founder of the Soulful Relating Institute, innovator in the realm of intimacy and relationship. And today we're here to talk about intimacy. What does intimacy mean to you? I'd like to start off by sharing a few segments from my upcoming book, Intimate Insights to Revolutionizing Intimacy, that is going to be launched live tomorrow on Amazon. The word intimacy seems to be shaded with our attached stories and thousands of overwhelming perspectives. Intimacy itself has been condemned to a small, fragile box with a very limited scope of reality for many people. This is an invitation to deconstruct that box, remove the confining walls, and to expand on the infinite nature that rich, authentic intimacy offers us. This boundless form of intimacy is like an infinite garden without walls or borders. It is priceless material and wisdom to cultivate, cherish, and nourish. So again, I ask you, what is intimacy to you? Through the work that I have done over 2 decades and my own personal exploration, I love unpacking that word intimacy. And what I have become aware of and how we move forward in the courses at the Soulful Relating Institute is about cultivating this quality of intimacy that is always there, no matter what the experience. So for some people in the world, intimacy means sex. Intimacy might mean getting a gift for a date. Intimacy might be holding someone's hands, touch. There are various actions that people relate to the word intimacy. But when I've unpacked intimacy, I see this as being 2 different things. You have one column which is filled with actions, which these actions, from touch to sex to giving someone a gift, can be very mechanical and from this place of the manic mind. And then in the other column, we have this quality, not an action, but a quality that we call intimacy. Intimacy is a quality that we need to cultivate in order for it to thrive. Because to feel intimately connected, right, we need to be present. The body physically, emotionally, needs to be open, so it's receptive. There needs to be a certain level of calmness and relaxation in our nervous system. Otherwise, because we live in this very overstimulated, fast-paced world, is that we're so guarded, protecting ourselves, our bodies, our emotions, often unconsciously, that it goes unnoticed. That people are experiencing maybe only 10% of intimacy that they can be experiencing in life. So I'm here to share with you, intimacy is something we need to cultivate. And I know for me is when that is cultivated on a daily practice, through breath, through mindfulness techniques, through movement, and combining that all together, I'm able to step into a place of self-responsibility where I'm in partnership physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with all of myself. And in that moment, I'm able to show up more open and receptive to life, so life feels like it's just permeating my whole body. But I'm going to share a story with you to help draw this into a more tangible experience for you. I was up in Canada and I was hanging out by a river that is the rundown from the icy cold mountains, the snow. And I have a not so pleasant experience with cold water, with my body getting cold. And I could feel the contraction and the resistance of what I'm here speaking to you about today, of what blocks us from feeling intimate and intimacy in every situation. And I wanted to show up and move beyond that and move through it. So I decided to dedicate that afternoon to building a more intimate connection with my experience with that icy cold water. So what it looked like is I'd step one foot in and my body all of a sudden would contract and my breath would hold and I'd start shivering and I could feel my thoughts running off like crazy, like this manic mind. I closed my eyes. I started to breathe. At first, the breath was contracted in my chest. Through my attention, guided it into my belly until that part of my body, my right foot, was relaxed. And then I stepped the left foot in and went through the same process. And then the shin and the calf, the knees, the thighs. It probably took over an hour to get into that water fully. But I went through that process of being absolutely present with all the sensations that were happening in my body experience, the thoughts that were being triggered by it. And then in partnership was able to calm down my nervous system so my body was more open and receptive to life, intimacy, until I was sitting in the middle of this ice cold river on the bottom, the water, the ice cold water literally to my collarbone, and I sat there with my eyes closed for 30 minutes in meditation, wide open, this profound level of intimate connection with all of my surroundings. That is the intimacy I am speaking of. That is the intimacy I talk about in my book. That is the intimacy that my vision is that we are able together to access that, to cultivate that through practice. So every day we can show up that open, connected to everything around us and the people in our lives. Because when we are that intimately open and connected, our actions and our choices become different. They become more serving to the ecosystem around us, to the relationships around us, to the relationship with our own mind, body, sex, and spirit. So for more information about the 2017 Soulful Relating Mentorship Programs and Professional Apprenticeship Programs, come on by my website, soulfulrelatinginstitute.com. Go to the contact page, fill out the form, and let's schedule a 30-minute complimentary consultation so I can learn more about you, where you're at, and if these programs are a fit for you for 2017. Make this a magnificent day. Namaste.